let's vent.
Months wasted waiting, all coins on pause. Lost time stacking, opportunities lost. Gains come slow, then they slip away fast. Frustrated as hell, disgusted with the blast. Tired of the grind, exhausted from the chase. Dreams of no debt fade in this empty space. Back sitting heavy, sentiment turns sour. Waiting for the run, hour after hour. Drained from the weight gains, get back the fight. Frustrated soul, tied through the night. Lost time echoes, opportunities ghosts. Disgusted heart, exhausted the most. We chase the moon, but it slips through our hands. All coins tease, breaking all our plans. Corrections hit hard, sentiment flips quick. Gains evaporate, leaving us sick. Bags drink small, dreams on hold again. Exhausted mind, when will it end? Disgusted with the tease, the up and down game. Lost gains mock me, driving me insane. Opportunity costs, time I can't reclaim. Frustrated trader, playing this flame. Drained from the weight gains, get back to fight. Frustrated soul, tired through the night. Lost time echoes, opportunities ghosts. Disgusted heart, exhausted the most. We chase the moon, but it slips through our hands. All coins tease, breaking all our plans. Behold that spark, a ray breaks the gloom. No dead dreams, vacations in bloom. Parties popping, fun in the sun. Unicorns dancing, Lambos on the run. Golden ticket gleams, sunshine through the storm. Hope's the anchor, keeping us warm. Stacked through the pain, the payoff's near. Exhausted now, but victory's clear. Drained from the weight gains, get back to fight. Frustrated soul, tired through the night. Lost time echoes, opportunities ghosts. Disgusted heart, exhausted the most. But hope's coming, yeah. Stack or fold, rise from the
Guru's call, I'm in the game tonight. Bought the top, now I'm feeling the fright. I jumped on his hype, that cocky guru's grin. Flag to the upside, he bragged, thought I surely win. Cold spiked high, I'm the king for a sec. Then the chart flip, now I'm a nervous wreck. He's flexing on streams, I nailed it again. I'm stuck with the peak, losing all my yen. Swagger turned to sweat, I followed his spiel. Now I'm laughing at me, what a raw deal. Top of the drop, guru's wicked call. Bought the peak, now I'm taking the fall. Cortisol's pumping, sweats in my eyes. Yo, praying liquidation dies. Top of the drop, trade turning so sour. Sweat flows fast, praise by the hour. Yo, why, every damn time. I'm the fool in the red, losing my mind. He's strutting like a god, flag to the upside, he cries. I bought the top, now I'm singing a tune. Chart dive south, cortisol's my beat. Sweat drips like rain, I'm praying to the sea. Guru's laughing loud, you missed my cue. I'm soaked in panic, what the hell to do? Liquidation looms, I'm begging the skies. Why is it always me? This trade's my demise. Top of the drop, Guru's wicked call. Bought the peak, now I'm taking the fall. Cortisol's pumping, sweats in my eyes. Yo, praying liquidation dies. Top of the drop, trade turns so sour. Sweat flows fast, prayers by the hour. Yo, why, every damn time. I'm the fool in the red, losing my mind. He's calling flag to the upside, but the market's a clown. I'm dancing with loss, wearing a frown. Sweat's a river, prayers hit the fan. Guru's still bragging, I'm a broken man. get cold. But the peak, now I'm taking the fall. Cortisol's pumping, sweats in my eyes. Yo, yo, praying liquidation time. Top of the drop, trade turns so sour. Sweat flows fast, prayers by the hour. Yo, yo, why, every damn time. I'm the fool in the red, losing my mind. Yo, yo, drop the beat, guru's laugh fades away. Yo, yo, I'm soaked and broke, end of the play. From the top to the flop, a trader's sad song. Crypto fool stands where I don't belong.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the ringing of the cowbell. Grab your ding-a-ling, give it a fling. Watch that smile come on your face and start to sing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nothing like a little cowbell just to clear the air. Gives us in the mood for a festive show. That's all. Thank you.
I'm holding strong. Yeah, holding strong. I'll never be your cash grab. Oh, no cash grab. Won't let my light feed you quick stab. No, quick stab. My soul's too wild a cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the once identified as a turkey, but now he identifies as a voodoo doll zombie with glowing eyeballs. His pronouns are who gives a flying. Did you say his pronouns? Well, you can tell I'm not good at this, can't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the show. Welcome. Just wait on you, Sean. Anytime you get ready, buddy. I'm just saying. People out here just kind of waiting. Just saying, Sean.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night with Road Dog. And thank you so much for joining me. Got 28 people hanging out tonight. What is this? Friday night, October the 3rd. And, well, I guess the first thing we got to do is come over here and say, nailed it! So, it's fib line, okay. Or is that a trend line? I think that was a trend line. That's an actual trend line. That's not a fib line, that's a trend line. Oh, that's not nah. Yeah, I guess, was it today? Okay. Well, awesome. That's the beauty of the trend lines that we do. I think we drew that a night or two ago, didn't we? It was on a bigger time frame, I think. Touching two lines, or maybe I'm tripping. Anyway, maybe I'm just tripping on that. But anyway, our areas, the main ones that are more. Well, this one too. Yeah, we did talk about that, and actually it went right up to the peak, right to the apex, didn't it? I forgot which charts this was on. Oh, well, cool. This is off just a little bit right there, but how we got it. You sucked on your trend lines, stupid. Should have been there. By golly, I think you might be correct. Actually, you poked through something. Anyway, trend lines help. 123, right at 124,000. That was cool. The biggest targets I was looking at was what was last night when we were talking. It was this guy right here, 120,400, 500 right there. And we were underneath it, flagging out or looking to appear to flag, and we broke above it. Kind of similar to what we got going on now, but the question is, here on a Friday, they pumped us up, and now we're starting to slowly drag back down. The question remains, and this is also this dotted line over here is a 1618 Fibonacci extension. Basically, in shorthand, we're just saying these are pivot points where there can be some kind of correction, if you will. And so I got to take that in consideration. A lot of things pointing to that could be our little local top here. We didn't take out the other high, did we? Didn't quite get that one at 124. We're oh so close. If only we could have just. Yeah. So I guess what everybody's wondering, are we going to do something like what we did over here? Are we going to do something like that and then start coming back down for a bigger correction? Probably not as bad if we do. These areas down here, we've got some of these marked, but I guess we'll try this. We'll do this all over. These might be old on this particular chart. I think I updated it on another one here. Oh, put you back. This was the 786. Now, basically, with that, before I draw lines, you would think, well, why don't we just come back and retest support? And yeah, we could be doing that. We could look at it that way. One hump, two, is that, I don't know if that would be our two hump or not. I mean, technically, I guess it is, but the question remains, are we going to keep going up or are we going to come down? Well, I doubt that we go up on a weekend, but you know, I was thinking earlier, you know, if I were an evil market maker and I was going to freak everybody out before the run up, I think I would run before the real run up, like somewhere in October or November. I think I would do it on a Friday so that they wouldn't trust it over the weekend. They would get off, because I think a lot of people kind of feel that. Should we trust this? Can we hang out here, or are we getting ready to come back down? Because a lot of these moving averages are right down here. The 200 moving average is still down at $113,000. The 100 moving average is still down at $114. I'm on the 4-hour chart. This is not like some bigger chart with slow ass moving averages that just haven't caught up. That's just how quickly that we went up over this little bit from 115,000 up to 124,000. Pretty good thing to do over just a couple of days there, wouldn't you say? Not bad. I wish it would do it like that all the time. And so you got people, a lot of people be shorting over here. I guess we can take a look at the liquidation heat map. That would be kind of cool. Let's get this one updated over here. Put it on the 12-hour. See what we got going on. Looks like we ate a lot of the liquidity. It's a fun word to say in crypto. And man, there's some up here. Is that 128? Ooh, that's to entice people over the weekend, I bet. And what we got, 125 and 123, close to where we've been. And then there's some on the downside at 121. And what's this down here, about 117, 118? Well, 117 really is what it was saying. I'm getting 118. I'm not really getting 117 as a possibility just yet. So taking into consideration what we're seeing here, it is Friday. I would expect that we would get some kind of pullback, some kind of little correction over the weekend. I may be wrong, and maybe some money will just be flying in over the weekend and bump our little happy asses up to Bahala, and we'll see 150 tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. But I just kind of doubt that that's what's going to happen. So I have to assume that we've got a top, because it makes an ass out of you and me, and that's what I was always told. And now our little 786er area here, magically from the very top, when we measure from the bottom to our new little top, happens to be correspondence with our new 236 fib, and right down here is our 382, and that is that's the one I'm kind of wondering, are we going to come down here and touch this one? Could we do that? Because that's kind of normal when you get a retracement, unless they're going to be extremely bullish. It's just rare. But we've seen that. We've seen it a few times here with Bitcoin and some altcoins when they're getting ready to do their nice, gosh darn good, healthy moves, that they just retrace to the 236 fib and then blast off. Now, going by our old theory, where this was the other fibs, ranging through here would be the next step that I would look for, see what it could catch here. But eventually, and basically it'll come out to looking like a damn big flag, probably. They didn't do it so much over here. It kind of went up and peaked down. I'm kind of wondering, will we see that on the 4-hour? We're just going to see a bunch of little flags on the smaller time frame, and people putting them in the flag poles and flags to the upside at these crucial areas of resistance. This is the last place that I would be trying to put my faith into a flag idea, just to be honest with you, especially if you played a couple of those ideas and had mixed results, or maybe some and some not, work for you on the way up here, and wonder, well, I'm still waiting for the measure move from the last one to hit. It may not be coming. just yet anyway. Sometimes we might want to draw on Mr. Elliott. Elliott seems to be counting his waves from way down here at the bottom, and that's where I pull my fibs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we should be working on an ABC correction. If that be true, we'll probably break this little guy here. But that's a lot. This takes us into Sunday to this trend line, so that's kind of interesting. To about into Sunday morning, it looks like. I guess depending on where we are. I'm just looking at the time scale over here. About to noon, if we just go horizontal straight across, we'd be right at it at about noon Sunday. And then something's got to give, either break to the up or break to the down, and we might see something like that. Either we see them go ahead and start playing with some ideas and get us going a little bit jiggy with it. A lot of choppy action here. And so how have you guys done? What are you guys thinking about Bitcoin here? Did you take advantage of it? Did you guys take any profits? Any Bitcoin trades that worked out for you? I made a pretty big move on my spot margin trade. I had the most perfect idea and I had it executed. I swore I had it executed, but it didn't. The stops didn't catch. I was on smaller time frames, having stop losses here, layering down through here, and they didn't catch. So I didn't end up getting out of my bigger positions here to about 122, somewhere through here. I still don't know what that. It pisses me off as a market stop. I did it as a market stop loss so that I wouldn't have to. I don't know. That was just kind of weird, but that threw me off a little bit. But I was really planning on just trying to take it all from the very top with the stop loss run down, trying a little different technique that I don't normally use. And now I guess I see why, because I can't trust them to hit all the time. So I'm waiting for some nicer entries for it. So it wouldn't hurt my feelings to see it come down to these areas. So I'm not miffed about that at all. Let me take you. Let's see. Let's take the Elliott wave. Get that off the screen. And if you're into flag theory, well, these flags just can keep on going, can't they? Just depending on where you start looking at them. I mean, first, here was your first look. I don't know. Some people look at that as a flag. What I do is follow trend lines and they start doing all this, and we're saying, oh man, we're starting to try to make a symmetrical triangle. And while some people are out there looking for bottom patterns on tops, and I see this happen a lot. I don't get jiggy with this. You make the argument, well, price went down to it. I don't know. I don't get how you do bottom reversal patterns and you apply them, and when you're at a resistance area, I don't understand that. But a lot of people do. And give them insight on whatever's going on with their pattern or something. I don't know. You'll see that a lot, and a lot of times you'll see them get confused, and they'll be finding head and shoulders in some kind of weird ass way too. I don't get it. I see a lot of forced patterns here, but that's one I see a lot. I see a lot of people do. I don't agree with that. I'm not going to get pissed off if you do it. I just think, I just think.
Mama always said playing shitty patterns always gets shitty results. And Mama was right.
That didn't really go to the upside. I'm just saying. Kind of did the opposite, didn't it? Part of what I like about patterns, and when you study Thomas Bukowski, patternsite.com, free site by the way, if you haven't heard of it, lots of insight to knowledge over there. They have probabilities, and they play, and some of them play different in a bear market than they do in a bull market. It's nothing that you can't wrap your head around. It's simple, but it's nice to know that they act different. And if you apply them wrongly or incorrectly, you're going to get different results from what you're looking for a lot of times. So the probabilities of an inverted head and shoulder reversal bottom playing out here at a top resistance gets kind of a little slim. I just have to kind of voice that because I don't know. I feel it's my duty as a pattern trader person to kind of get that idea out there. And a lot of people, well, obviously a lot of people do not agree. However, what we all can agree here on Bitcoin is that while it's not done a great job making the lower lows, but it's done a pretty good job making some lower highs. It's really good at these lower highs here. any breakouts that it had from a trend line you were following was kind of lackluster. Couldn't get over, it was 0.5 fibs there. Oh, or 6. Well, you did there. You couldn't get past the 618. Huh. And I would have looked for that one to probably hold this purple line. And I was hopeful that maybe we're finding support here, because this is the top of the fibs here. All right. If they're going to get rejected, it can look just like this. They can go up a little bit and still mess around through here. So the question is, are we getting a correction, or is it trying to get really, really bullish here on the weekend? And you might laugh at that idea too, until you remember that, hey man, sometimes those wild ass pumps come on Sunday night out of nowhere. So you might be wrong if you try to assume too early what white price is going to do, right? All I know is that typically when we do get a rejection point, and if that is our top here, I do expect it to at least come back to 124. That's our first Fibonacci there. And most likely to come back down here after fighting here for a while. And at the rate it's going, it could take, I don't know, could go into next week if it keeps doing this turtle speed. But sometimes I've noticed that a lot, and I try to initiate shorts at these points, and it's hard to have conviction over here. Now, if I've got over here, if my little plan had worked out, I would have had a lot more conviction on that. But especially on like perpetual futures and things like that, pulling a short. I'm in a short now, and I don't like shorting, but in a bull market. But all we're doing is making lower lows and or lower highs, and just haven't knocked out this low yet. And they can start out slow like that. So the really, really good areas to nail on these shorts, unless you get lucky and actually get the spikes, and there's ways to do that. There's ways to do that. But even then, having the conviction to hold it, especially when they get choppy, right? So if you're I don't know, and then some people are still waiting for this level here to be dropped here before they go short, right? That's a play. And that one, I don't know, man. At that point, you're kind of like, huh, there's not much left of it by the time you get down there, right? If we do come, it's like it's just not as much. And then you always got that thing where, oh, it was just a little lower low, and then, oh, we're ready to go for a higher high here. So it's not, it's got its little drawbacks there too, right? It's the same thing as if you flip your charts upside down. It's the same thing as if you're longing a top or shorting a bottom. Or shorting the top and longing a bottom. It feels kind of the same way when a long bottom, or used to, but don't anymore. Shorts can make me feel icky though. It almost makes me, sometimes they make me feel back in those early days like, oh, well, I haven't been in a short for a while. My heart's kind of feeling kind of poundy. So what I'm doing is I'm layering in, and I do have some layers up through here to where you would put a stop loss in. So I'm approaching this a little different from a spot margin perspective. One that I'm trying to build a position, that's a kind of a different thing. So most people with their stop loss, like, or some people would, because if it comes back to 123, that it's over, right? And so if you take that idea and you probably try to get some average price in the middle. But one little technique that I do sometimes is to a pyramid all the way up to the stop loss point, right? And then if she, and there's so many different techniques that you can do with this stuff. I mean, there really is. I mean, you can put your stop loss behind where it might make a possible higher high here. You can go at 23,300 over here. That would be a good one, but would that throw you off? It might not. That might be a good one for me with this kind of tactic if I'm kind of building up and we actually did go up to here. There's some ideas that can play around with. These were more for like some swing trades that you'd be trying to play over a course of days, something like that. Meanwhile, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk so much about Bitcoin there. And hello, everybody. I'm coming over to the chat here. But taking a look at altcoins and how they're doing today. We're up about anywhere from 0.5% up to 3% there. Not bad across the board. That's what our top 100 look like. This one, this little guy took a beat down. Yeah, is there opportunity there, or is it going to zero? Probably feels like it's going to zero, but I would dare say there's probably some opportunity there. I haven't heard any bad news. I'm not aware of anything. Acer's doing good. Cake's doing good. SPX 69,000. Then we look at that when it was like $1 or 98 cents, and there it is at $1.40 or something. That's crazy. Crazy. Floki's up. IP is at 10. You've been there before. So we got some things happening. Now, what we would like to see happen for this weekend. Now, Bitcoin does just kind of go sideways. Did I actually put you in a channel? Did I actually put you in one of the, oh my God. I put you in a triangle. I tried to stay away from the triangles. But you would say that would fit the definition now of a descending triangle. Let me get rid of that. And will it break up or to the downside? Well, my take is that we are probably, in most cases, getting ready to come back up. I think to try to retest that little purple line right here. That's the one that we really got to worry about, in my personal opinion, right there. And we've been testing it several times, but this time we're on the little bit of a lower side of it. This time it might not make it past there. One thing, we're in the middle of this damn big green Ichimoku cloud on the 15-minute. Even though you got the green dot, you got the 21 moving average crossing negatively over the 50. So we've got two moving averages bearishly crossing here. It looks like a consolidation here as we're just winding our little happy asses down, and the place again that I think that we should be coming to at least at our foot first would be 120,400, 500-ish right there. That's 236 Fibonacci pull from low to high. And also in this time frame, we got the 200 moving average coming in there. Well, how convenient. On the 1 hour, it's the 50. So we can see that we got some support, and if you just zoom out, look to the left, it was, oh, we've been here before, but we can look at some trendline ideas where we might catch a little something. But on the bigger picture thing, if we come down from the swing low to the swing high, you can also see that this magical little area that we got right there, if I take it from the impulse move here, from this bottom here at 119 to our little high in there, you see that it overlaps here with our 786 deeper retracement from that pole, right? So there's a gigantic confluence harmonically and however else that you want to look at it and say it. Everything on my chart keeps telling me, man, if you just be patient, and it's hard to be patient to short something down or just to even wait to jump back in. Like, I want to buy some now. Let's come down. Maybe I should buy some before it goes up. You got to fight with all those little voices in your head and everything, but everything's pointing to about 120,400, 120, anywhere from 123, 120,400, 12500 right here in this little area here. Now, taking that into mind, when you zoom out to the bigger time frames, this sucker's starting to look bullish. And so let's come out to the 4 hour here.
Make it rain.
Let's come out to the 4 hour, and let's get on a chart that I haven't really messed you up too much. I can probably erase everything I've got on you. All right, so or even the daily. Look how bullish that we are here on the daily. Amazing. Draw some trend lines from here to here, and wow, looks kind of bullish. Give it some wiggle room there. Might there be some more resistance ahead, or we extended it all? That's a little steep right there. Here's another technique, a little bit better, I think. We get this angle here. Now we're there. That works better for me. Rather than trying to eyeball which dots I want to connect, if I can identify a channel and the trend line on it going from dot to dot, that's pretty gosh darn good right there. tweaker just enough. Oh, did you say tweaker? I said tweaker. And it does a nice little job there at those 2 points. So we're kind of in a little channel idea. Resistance, I don't know. Can we still break out to the upside of it? We can do anything here in Bitcoin. Here's what's kind of interesting here. We broke through the red cloud, and here's the little silver green I'm always talking about, right? This was a higher low. Will we take out this high? If we do, it would probably be Sunday night or Monday, and then we would probably quickly give it back. So, and we just hanging out sideways for the weekend. That's a possibility. Could be. So what's this 20,000 you're talking about? Well, that's considering that that's as high as we're going to get right now. And so that's what we're waiting for confirmation on. And that's all I can say. That's all I can say about that. Man, the Ichimoku cloud and all these things, the moving averages, all look good. The momentum's there, so I can't see us dropping unless we're coming back to retest these guys. I can't see that happening so much. A lot of movement and momentum's here. Even here on the 6 hour, you got a golden cross there on the 6 hour. That's bullish. What's going on over here on the let's see, I'm looking at the moving averages here on the daily, and they're bullishly crossing and turning, and there's the drive is there. The flow is there, my friends. The flow is there. So what's it going to do for the weekend? And the 4 hour is about the best one that I can see to follow. And if we come to the 4 hour and we respect our trend lines, and we can see here's the 21 coming up right below us down here. It's at 118 and 120. And the 9 moving average here on the 4 hour, and we're not close to it. We've got a little doji thing going on, candle. That's what this little cross looking candle's called. And the 9 moving average is sitting at 12900. Now, if anything that we do this weekend on the 4 hour, or even on this within the next candle, this candle's got one more hour. It'll probably stay like this, but the next one might be making this little happy ass down here. And by that time, it'll be about 121, right at 121 maybe. But to test that 9 moving average is probably what we'll do. Just look something like this maybe. We might go below it a little bit, and we might be okay. Come down and get that little level that we were looking at, remember? And I don't even have you drawn over here. Perhaps I should do that. Swing low to swing hard. Tell me where I need to buy, and suggest that 120 on this particular chart is 122.83. Your mileage will vary depending on your chart and your exchange that you're trading on, and they do vary now. That's why they have arbitrage. I don't see how the hell you can make a whole lot of money doing that and transferring funds over as much, but having two, I think you had to have multiple accounts to do that kind of stuff. It sounds like a damn headache. You're supposed to be how Sam Bankman-Fried made his first few millions or millions or whatever, which we found out was that he couldn't trade at all. He wasn't a crypto guy. If you listen to him talk, you could tell he was not really a crypto guy. Not in the sense that it was different. It was different. Ladies and gentlemen, 28 people hanging out with me. Thank you so much. Let me come over to chat and say hello to everybody. How long have we been going? About 34 minutes before I get to the chat. That's sad and pitiful. Let me give a shout out to the first people who were here. The number one tonight, Mr. Miles, number one tonight. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, I just gave you the clap. Yeah, enjoy it. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, all right.
Just lay it on the table and smack it a good one. You'll be all right. A little penicillin never hurt anybody, unless you're allergic to it. Bush on Parade is second. He's second. And we got Silver Days. How's it going? Good to see you guys, man. Do Audi C. We got Ave Medina. Ave. Floki's Angels. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Is this stuff not working tonight? There we go. I love it. Love that comment. Alexa, skip. It says, wow, Mr. Miles is really first this time. He's been first a lot. Chris Klein, how's it going? Good to see you guys. Gator Squatch is in the house. I see ya. And if I missed anybody, my apologies. Oh, we got some fan funding. I almost forgot about that. I heard it earlier. Gator Squatch says Canton Network is going to be fire. Uh-oh, what'd I do with it? speaker issues here. All right. Canton Network is going to be fire. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Canton Network. Let me write these down. We'll take a look. Can we get that? Yeah, there it is. Canton Network. It always gives me this box. I just find that annoying. And Gator Squatch also right here. Another gem is Rise. You have to have Ethereum on base to trade for Rise. Really, it's on base. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate the support. And we'll take a look at those. And I've got a couple we can look at, and I will come back. And what I'll do right now is, let me put my little marker. I try to make it happen doing this. I try to do it before I start yabbing off too much, but then I start yabbing off too much, which is kind of weird for somebody who rarely talks at all at home. I'm a very quiet person. I'm an introvert, dude. But when I watch myself on YouTube, I find myself talking a lot and fast. I gotta slow it down, but I'm like, I couldn't even understand what you said. And I'm the one that said it. Apparently, I've got to slow some things down a little bit. I'm not even sure if he's a guy. Who? I said that about Gary Gensler. Chris Klein says, oh, hey, getting a few books soon. Fundamental Analysis and Position Trading, Evolution of a Trader, and Encyclopedia Chart Patterns, 3rd edition by Thomas Bukowski. Those will serve you well. They will serve you well. The encyclopedia is I mean, that's good, and again, there is the online version, the free version too, right here, available. But it just it's not meant to go be read cover to cover. He even says that it's like, you'll do it piecemeal. You'll get these, you'll get them as you learn them. But this one has been the one that's just started and lead me down the rabbit hole that started changing my trading perspective. My analyst perspective. It all started with that one right there. The doorway to the rabbit hole. All right, let's take a look at Canton and see what that is. Okay, so is that one also on base? Is that what it is? Because there's one on Solana and one on base. Let me take a look at Rise until we kind of sort that out. And there's Rise. Well, there's two of them. I hope this is it. It's on base, so I assume that that's it right there. Are you on any exchanges? It's on MEXC. It's on PancakeSwap. What? PancakeSwap Infinity. How are you even possibly? Is that a clone? Is that some other coin there? It's maintaining kind of the same price. I don't know how to take this when I see things like on PancakeSwap, because I still have flashbacks from I don't know, last cycle. I mean, lots of things showed up over there, and you get these clone coins, and then they rug on you. These fake coins and stuff like that, and they started getting a reputation, Binance Smart Chain, for just having a bunch of rugs and scams and vaporware coins and stuff like that, because it was cheap and easy to develop over there. Now we got it across a lot of things, I guess. Now we just got too damn many coins altogether. Let's see what Rise has got going on here. All-time high was 9 cents, and that was 2 months ago. All-time low was 1.2 cents, and that was 4 days ago. That sounds like we're about in the right spot. We're at 1.6 cents. Will Rise rise? Why does that sound? I know why that sounds familiar, because that's where all the good stuff comes from in the state next door. All right. Now I know. So let's see if we can find something here with Rise, and it was on MEXC. So RiseNet is what I'm getting here. RiseNet token is also on Kraken, on Firma Kraken exchange for ya. She's definitely down at the lows. So what's the tokenomics on Rise? What was it? It's got, ooh, okay. Circulating supply is 877 million. And it's got 5 billion. There is still a lot that can come out. Now the market cap's only 14 million. So you'd have to kind of weigh that out. If this is tiny, what are you? What are you? Okay, let's look. Let's look and see what it is. Your decentralized gateway to tokenization. I bet you say that to all the lookers. Transform your assets into wealth with secure, scalable, tokenization driven by federated learning. Keep full control of your data, unlock global markets, and dominate the future of ownership. Connect a wallet. What for? What will you do with it? A home for your digital assets. Wallets are used. What is a wallet? I should have seen that. Oh, gosh darn it. Any asset. TRISE is tokenizing more than $2 billion. Learn how their tokenization platform helps business and investors. It's live. It does say. It did say. It says Pancake Swap. It's got Pancake Swap. They got a contract address too, so that's cool. I like to get them from over here. If you guys don't know, you can come over here and get your contract addresses, and there it is for on BNB chain. So it's on Ethereum, BNB, Polygon. You're on Polygon too, but I thought you're on Base as well, right? Do you know on Base? No be on Base? Why not be on Base? You feel on Base? Maybe it was the other one. So nice. Oh, I think it was the other one. So she's definitely at bottom areas. If you wanted a lottery ticket that could turn into something, remember last night, I don't know if you guys were here, 34 people hanging out. Thank you for being here. We had a guest who got involved with, was it Clash? George? Cryptos Are Us, his Pump.Fun coin thing where he's streaming on Pump.Fun and however all that stuff works or whatever. But the last I looked, it was up to around $70 million for total value on that coin. That's quite a bit. I don't know what it is now, but the guy in the chat got in when it was early, before anybody was caring about it, kind of when she was at areas kind of like this, or they would look scary. In other words, it wouldn't look like this, but or it might at some point, but it would be like, do I really want to put money into this? And so it turned about $174 into about 50,000. So this is the places where you can get those kind of multiples. You definitely want to check. Now, sometimes I come across some things and you actually want to get your little measuring tool out and check. But let's go over here to where we were in August, and that's where it topped out at 9 cents. And we're down here at just a little over a penny. So we can see, to skip back to the 618 fib area that we've been at before and kind of liked, and it's a pretty decent place to take some profit, about 6 cents for good old Roz. That got us up. That would be about 270%. Okay, that's not bad. Sometimes you can stretch these up on some of them, and you're like looking at it, just looks unreal. It looks unreal how much that they've lost. And so this one, okay. So the very next target that I'm looking for would be about 3 cents, just a little over 3 cents. That's the area that she's got to come up and deal with. When she's a grown up, she gets ready to bust out, and that's where she needs to come to. That's the way I look at that. And that would be a pretty good gains there. It's 86% gains. Now, if you wanted something smaller, and we can just come over here to this little guy. There's a little local high here in Dragon Fib, and you see the 0.5. That one's a good one to go with right there, and it's right level with that. And it's halfway between here. And once you're on one side of it, you're bullish, and if you're on this side, you're bearish, because it just makes sense. Darn it. 50% of the way in, you're either halfway pessimistic or halfway optimistic about the outcome of this coin. Seriously, you look at trading like they've got some kind of secret archaic formula on some whiteboard somewhere to figure out what they're going to do. And this is what used to be in my head when I would see people talking on charts or articles talking about chart prices, and they have charts and stuff and using these tools and stuff, and the ideas behind them, or the Fibonacci even was like, first time I ever saw that, like, whoa, dude. And yet actually the rules made up for it, I mean, they're very, very simple once you actually do look at them. I mean, it's not that hard. It's little concepts like that for a lot of these things. Well, if you're over the halfway mark, well, you're more bullish than bearish. We're just kind of weighing things out. You can make this stuff as complicated or as simple as you want. You can even make it real simple by just drawing patterns that don't really exist there and saying that they do. How much easier can you get there? I can't say how right you would be, but hey, some people do that all the time. So are we getting a squeeze? Have we got any divergence? You got some divergence trying to happen over here. Let's zoom out, see if we got on a bigger time frame. Not so much on the bigger time frames. I see it here on the 4 hour and probably a few time frames above it here. Yeah, some through here. So I would expect that we play around through this area, and this area right here, about 2.3 cents right through here, would be another good area to mark. All right, so rise looks interesting. Let's look at Canton. So this was the one that was on base, I believe, right? All right, I guess this is where we're coming back to chat to figure that one out. Canton Network is going to be fire. Let me I thought we got somewhere with it earlier. Didn't we get something? I get nothing when I put network in there. I get Canton AI. I don't see a Canton Network. Okay, well, I got nothing on that. Do you guys remember Jelly Jelly? Yeah, that's it today. Boom, boom. The meme coin revival, at least for this one right here. Look at that one. 10 cents. She was down here. Well, it's doubled up. It was about a nickel. When I get up to 6 cents, pull it back to a nickel. Turkey's getting tired. And then look at her go. Jelly Jelly, where you headed, baby? Let's see what she does at 0.10295, and I would think that she should probably have enough juice to make it up here, more than likely. My thoughts are, unless you're going Dow theory, the 0.5 would be that from this impulse move that we might be able to go back to. That's usually like for a bounce back a week, but I guess it doesn't really matter as much. That would be the first area to look for some resistance, and it's right overhead, 12.8. But this other area right up there, right above it, 16 cents, looks good too. And let's go to the 4 hour. So some good profit taking areas. Let's take a look on the smaller time frame, 1 hour right here. Okay, so she's trying to make a flag formation, consolidates, I guess the best word to say. Will it hold though? Will it hold? It's below the 9 moving average, so it's looking a little sketchy. She might lose it and come down a little bit. However, 15 minute, we got some bullish crosses going on there. So what are you trying to do? Can you keep going up? Ooh, got some confluence going on right here too. Can we get to that target, 12.9? She might be trying to move up there over this weekend, so let's see if we can get that established. We got some trend lines here, and so if that's what we're doing, we got to assume that we got some kind of channel idea going, and this was deviating from it a little bit, if you can see that. And that's kind of a good thing, but you got falling volume, so I don't know how strong that would be. So that's one idea, and then a little through here, resistance. But mostly I'm doing this just to kind of give me an idea. If we're trying to form a channel and we just haven't really done it yet, haven't really given me our second touch point, well, I can just see a picture of how that we might be able to get up here. And if you want to throw time on it, and sometimes you can see some stuff of this play out where these things intersect. You can see like what we did at the very first of the show, when I was showing you with the trend lines and everything, how we went up there. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work at all. And I'm not saying this technique is probably, if you think about it, is probably user error more than it is concept. I think that a lot of these things repeat themselves a lot. Maybe it's just us that keep screwing it up when we're doing it. So sometimes when I try to do that stuff, I'm trying to be a little bit more picky about it. But as a general guideline, what the hell is he talking about? It looks like that we might be able to, sometimes you can see it actually come up and kind of meet, but not always. It doesn't matter. But 13 cents should be on the way. I don't know if we'll get there by, noon Saturday or not. That would be a lot to ask. It really would. But the Ichimoku Cloud looks like she's ready to deliver. She looks horny as hell. I'm just saying. That was her words, not mine. I told her, "You're too frisky. Calm down. Take a cold shower." And she says, "Hell no. I feel like riding something." And I'm like, "What? What's your language? It's not that kind of show." And Alexa, skip. I think it may just be me. Are we still in the goth stuff? We are. Okay. Now I gotta tell you this, at the MACD, what are we on, the 15 minute? They look like they're trying to roll over here. I would assume that that's just coming down to retest that 21. We should stay above this green cloud. We hope so. Don't want to get into the cloud. Don't want to lose the trend line for Jelly, but doing pretty good. Have you seen Solana lately? I'll try to run through all these coins a little bit more quick here, not to get too caught up. Just play that all the time. 228 dropping from 236. Didn't quite make it to my target up there at 239. What's wrong with you? Those are the big ass targets too. I'm just giving a little time. This is where we were last night on Bitcoin, was approaching that particular target. And then today, if we were pretending this was Bitcoin, today on Bitcoin we went above this, and now we're playing with this guy. That's why that line is purple on Bitcoin. Solana hadn't caught up to that kind of concept yet. It might still be coming here. She may have to get a little pullback. I don't know. Where did you get your resistance at? You should be above your 618, right? You're above it, right? Yeah, you're above it. She's holding the 618 as support at the moment. So we need that area to hold, and that gives us opportunity to come up to these targets here. So we're looking at 240, and also, what was this guy? 246 there. And we're still below 130 now. We might just be ranging right through here. Either we go sideways into this trend line, or who knows, maybe we come down and talk to it, and maybe we fall down here by Monday. I don't know. We'll keep these ideas in play here. Right now she is on the smaller time frame. I don't like that. I don't like this particular shape that I'm seeing. So it could be a forewarning to me. but we haven't lost any levels yet. So it's pretty much losing this guy, closing some candles here on these time frames. These would be a good time frame to watch the 1 hour. Closing a 1 hour candle below here could be, but something could happen. There could be a bounce here with the 50 moving average. We could still recover that, right? Still got a chance for a Christmas miracle early before they get some confirmation. A lot of people, I guess, some people will probably see this as an M top. I'm seeing this as one of those patterns that I don't like to confirm. You may have heard me talk about it. It's not like a head and shoulders, but like a pinhead. It's a triple top variation from what I've been able to find. It kind of looks like a little bat sometimes, the way it does. But this little guy here is usually somewhere between the arms, and I've learned to not to respect these little bastards, because when they take, they got a hellacious measure move. They take the full brunt. And that would, if that's what that is, that's saying this comes down back to 216, and maybe more, because these old boogers are nasty. If we get a confirmation on that, and it can't be a head and shoulders. You got a higher right shoulder, that just makes a higher high, right? So it's very imperative to look at this low here at 227. We breached that, then this little guy might be kicking in, becoming affirmative. So we don't want to see you really break below here. What did you do? What is that? Why aren't you? Let me alone. Okay, thank you. What was this? So we don't want to breach this line right here. We'll make him gray. That's our neutral zone, or I guess less hope for support there. Wish you break it or wish you not. The next area of support we got is about 222, but we're looking at 116 with that measure move. Take a look at cake. Look at you go, cake. Look at you go. I like cake. 366. Nailed our target. Look, nailed it. This is 618 Fibonacci. That's what it do. 618 Fibonacci. Nailed it. We get some. Nailed it. All right. These buttons need to be a little bit more responsive. Nailed it. Now, did I pull that from here or this one? Well, I guess it wasn't you then, was it? Is that where we got you? Okay, I was about to say, man, it's embarrassing when I come back and try to redo my lines and everything, but I went from high to all the way to the low. So if you're looking like on the daily candles or something like that, or weekly or something, you'd still see highs and lows in the weeks or whatever, wicks or whatever. That's where we're getting our rejection. If we can get past it, which I'm not so sure that we will without getting a pullback, say to around $3, we're at 365. We can then move back, start moving on to about 436. That'd be cool. I don't think it's going to go there right now, though.
Baller alert. Make it
I think
rain.
you'll have people that will need to take some profit. So we had 315. Do you think we'll come back there? We could be coming back there. Locally, if we clean this guy up a little bit, get some of these lines off down here. So channel idea, right? And angles, and trying to find some touches. And I think we got it right over here. So we got a candle body right there. We got wicks right here, and we extend up, and we're right at it right there. So I think we're kind of in this little channel idea. That's how I would best describe it. About your halfway mark. And so yeah, I am getting about 315 being a nice little place to see if we can come back to and catch. Gator Squatch, thank you so much. You have to buy Canton on Canton Network. Go to their website. Oh, you have to get it through their website. So that early. Okay. I was wondering how you're being privy to these, or you might be involved with a group that looks at some of these and stuff, or doing a lot of research out there. Keeping your ear to the ground and looking at all the stuff coming out. That's cool. Up to Bear is what I'm thinking for this month. Start off strong and squeeze the longs. Got me by 600. Law. I think I'm missing out on some of the conversation here. Zach the Trader says, what are your settings for the cloud? I don't do anything special for the cloud. I haven't changed any settings. I just took some stuff off. So oh, that's the Elliott wave. Sorry. Where are you, cloud? You're up here. So it's all standard. I just took all that stuff off. I just want the plots in the background. That's all I need. I don't need all the, I got too many. I use other lines. I use moving averages and stuff like that. If I had the whole cloud on there in my chart, I mean, come on, I got a lot of moving averages. I got I'm up to 8, technically 9 of them now. I think I took the 9. I think I took the other one off though. But they tell me so much when I use them. They really help me so much. They help me see the momentum of this market and when things are getting ready to do something. So Cake had a great little area to take some profits. And here she is starting to do a rising channel kind of guy there, the little flag that rises up. I think they call them half staffs or something like that. They can be bullish, and I mean they can break out, and they're bullish when they do typically, but rising stuff typically falls to the downside. That's just the typical thing. So we're holding above the, that's curious. She's really trying to hold strong, hold this level strong. And if you're trying to short it, and a lot of people do try to short this, I mean, just test your patience, right? Definitely got to put your stop loss there and give it some room. I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh yeah. How long we've been going for? About an hour now. Okay, cool. Now I haven't go over. Let's take a look at so we went over Jelly. Went over. I think we went over Solana, right? Did we look at Ethereum? Take a look at Ethereum here. 44.86. Oh, you didn't quite hit my target up there. Is that your fault or my fault? Why is it from over there? Oh, you did. It was this is old stuff over here. I haven't looked at it in a while. So yeah, she's doing exactly. That's perfect. 786 rejection right there. Will she come up here to the 886 and knock out this higher high? Don't know. It's kind of a situation where, almost a situation where with Bitcoin already did and lost it. Elliot seems to think she's got some more juice in the tank there. Let's go up to the 4 hour. Looking at my indicators here on the 4 hour, I don't see it happening here. 4 hours look like they're trying to roll over. I would say, in my personal opinion, I think you're getting a rejection there. And then from that point, basically I'd be looking right here about 4306 for Ethereum. For a pullback, so we might see that this weekend. So if that happens this weekend, what the hell's going on? What's going on with the total 3? We're getting some red candles because of resistance, right? We're going to get a pullback. Well, we usually do on the weekend, don't we, on some of these altcoins into Saturday or something. It's weird how it works out. But usually if we're really bullish on a Friday, and it kind of happened last time. And there was that one time, do you remember? Let's look back down memory lane here. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Oh man, you got too much stuff on the charts there. Yeah, it was this Friday over here We just broke through this trend line here and then ran us down, ran us up on a Friday, and then we spent all the rest of the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I think, and all the rest of the week they ended up dumping us. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it could since we're at resistance up here too. This is on the daily, and this was a Wednesday and a Thursday when they topped us out. That was a Monday. So they started running us up through the weekend, topped us out, and left us off there. Will they continue to run us up to a new high? Are we going to 25 over the weekend? If we do, I would say probably Sunday. Ichimoku Cloud's looking... On the bigger time frames, the cloud looks bullish to me, and the moving averages look bullish to me, but it looks like I would rather see us pull back. I don't know if we're going to. I would like to see us pull back to 116, 117, 118, at least 120. If we did, it would be, you know, that we could stair step our way up. If we take one big giant move, it's going to snap back like a rubber band, and we're going to have a big ass drop too at some point. So I'd rather kind of just take this slow and just stair step up, kind of what it looks like we're trying to do. So I hope that is what we're trying to do, not just on Bitcoin but on everything else. And we were looking at resistance earlier, right, with a similar idea here. Let me come back to the chat and look for some coin requests that you guys might possibly have over here. Gator's Quest says, you're missing something, go to their site. I'm talking about, was it Canton? I couldn't even, it wouldn't even come up. I can't find it. I don't have a... Here's something on, is that the one that's on, it doesn't give me anything, does it? This is on base, is that the one? I don't hang out on Gecko Terminal that much, so I don't know where the damn website link is hanging out at. Where are you hanging out at? There it is. Is this it? Discord X. Is that it? Wow. They can make that bigger. I don't think this is chatting, so that's not right. Then we said Canton. Canton Network on Solana, is that it? Canton Network. Okay. So the Canton on base thing is not it, it's a meme coin. And let's see if we can get, it does not let me get to, it gives me a circle with a line through it when I go over here and click on any of those links. So I've got nothing for Canton. Chris Klein says, please have a look at Avalanche if you don't mind. I'm shorting from 3188. Let's take a look at it. Hope your short works out. 3188. And she's climbing back up a little bit now. Or depending on what exchange. They're your own. I don't know exactly when you got it in. Let's see. Let me get back to the 4 hour here. So lost the trend line. That was cool. That would have been a good place to get stopped out of. We came down. We're coming back up, right? So that's a 5. Yeah. I think you might have something that we might be able to get down to 26. 618. Wait a minute, what did you do? For one thing, let me back off. Let me just clear out this chart. So we got rejected at the 0.5. So that goes in your favor. trying to take you off, man. I feel like I'm having technical difficulties here. Okay. Man, what did you do over here? You bounced off the 382. We got a double bottom here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you're working on your fifth wave up. Elliot, what do you say? Yeah, fifth wave. So I would keep your stops in place just in case she wants to get bullish on us, because it looks like she might. She's deviating from my trend line here, and I know trying to short it, and that was 35 would have been the best place at the 88. Is that 886 or 0.5 at the 0.5? Woulda, coulda, shoulda, all those kind of things. So you'd be inclined to look at it like it's a bear flag, and a lot of parent traders might look at it as a bear flag and think it's going to be coming down like this. I'm not reading it that way at all. I'm kind of looking right back over here too. Getting back to trend line, see how we're doing over here. You see that? Yeah, we got something bigger going on over here, and I think she's getting ready to pop a little bit more up. Trying to find how that channel might be trying to fit in there, even if it's just kind of temporary. If nothing else, I would look for us to come back up and try to it's got to be working on its fifth wave, or its little segment. It's got one area out. Oh man, we got one little zone, we got one little zone, and this is our prospect, our third little zone. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. These two that don't overlap, so they can work for either another bigger move to the upside or coming up and double topping. This basically, and that's what Elliot was kind of pointing out. Trying to turn him back on. Elliot, can you point it out? He's not really pointing out the double top scenario, but that is what can happen. If your fifth wave could just come up to $36 and come down. Either way, if you're trying to short it, it looks like it has one more wave to the upside here before you would really want to try to look for the short thing. Then it would do its correction, an ABC correction, which is kind of like a zigzag. So if we made it up here to 46, I don't know if we will, or 39, where we made it up, it would come down and do like that ABC correction to some lower, and then we start this whole thing all over again, hopefully. Oh man, what happened there? I'm trying to use the back buttons and stuff, and it's doing some weird stuff with me. All right, well that was crazy. Oh, I want to reload my chart, reload my thing here. I was on Avalanche, but now I'm on Solano. Is this the same chart we were on? It's a 15-minute time frame. What the hell is going on here? Okay, yeah, same one. So, So let's see what it might look like. Just short term. Yeah, resistance, 100 moving average. Going through a red cloud. That's going to be risky with your short. I'm afraid you might get. Let's see, 3160. I don't know if that would put you in profit, but it yeah. She might have a little surprise pump up here a little bit. She's clearing some areas here too. Gator Watch says, "Oops, no more super chats. Just gotta figure out. No more super chats. Just got to figure it out. I'm giving the bone." Well, I couldn't find anything on Canton though. That's the only thing. I mean, as far as finding a website, you got to buy it from a unless I Google Canton Network, but that's not a safe thing to do. So that's why you're not seeing me do that. I have to have a direct link from one of these places before I go to a website. So you always see me go over here like to CoinGecko or wherever, Coin Market Cap. We could try a Coin Market Cap. That was we didn't look over here. Sometimes they'll have something that CoinGecko won't have. Okay, so it's got Canton Network over here. CC is the ticker. CC. Okay, well, I wouldn't have known that. Tickers are kind of helpful. Canton Network is a layer 1 smart contract blockchain with configurable privacy and controls, solving for public network adoption of real-world assets and TradFi institutions. Network uses two-tier consensus mechanism, allowing for unlimited horizontal scalability of the network while maintaining the full smart contract interoperability across it. The global synchronizer acts as a network backbone for the ecosystem. So 22 billion self-reported circulating supply, total supply, is what it says. This is a preview page, more details, listing tiers, see listing review, criteria section, blah, blah, blah. So I have to go to the website. This is where we get the link. And so this should be the official website for it. And it says synchronized finances open. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to look at you sideways one more time. And that's what I clicked, baby. We got a white paper. Do you say something different? Canton Coin, responsible approach to digital tokens. So we got the white paper, but the website where I don't see anything about Canton. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's right in here. It was hidden, man. You got to... Man, I know it's right there, but it doesn't jump out at you. Decentralized interoperability backbone of the Canton Network. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Why am I hearing static? Is it my mic or is it the monitors? Well, which is it? All right, so I'm talking to myself. Sorry, guys. All right, so docs can validators get access. All right, well, this is it, and their partners and all that. So we can. It's sync.global is the address, but anytime that you go to any of these websites, crypto-related websites, it is best practice so that you will not get your wallet drained or get hacked by some whatever else is going on out there, and now they got AI with hackers and stuff, right? Is to go to CoinMarketCap or one of the even Tokenmetrics, one of the official sites that's got a reputable in the industry, and you can go to the website from there and click their link. So if you can get to the Twitter page, I trust these more than I do the Twitter or the X pages and stuff like that. But you can come over here and what is this? Sign into app select, sign into your workspace. Oh, I'm going down a rabbit hole I didn't ask to go down right there. Let me get off of some of these guys over here. Canton, okay. All right, and so there's some information on it, and then when the token gets out and it starts making its way to the dexes and hopefully to exchanges pretty soon, we can start charting it and trading it. It sounded interesting as layer 1. Let's take a look at Astra because it wasn't doing anything, and then it was. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour chart. It was down here at 160, and everybody talking dirty about it and everything. Following wedgies going on. She turned it right around there, and here we are at the 618. And it makes a pretty gosh darn good target, doesn't it? Not bad. It's an area where something should happen, where decisions need to be made. At the 618 Fibonacci, you either short it and we get to come back down a little bit, even if it's just a minor correction, or take a little profit. Great place to take a little profit. And even if we go on through, sometimes that happens. It doesn't, when it doesn't pull back and it decides to go on through. And we got this next little target there, 226. From here to there piles on about another 8% on your spot gains, and multiply that by 3x, 5x, and you're looking at anywhere from 15 to 25% gains from that little move there. However, if she does do the nasty and drop back a little bit, could be just the opposite. Are you about topped out? Elliot seems to think we're in our little fifth wave, and that's why I brought Elliot up, because I was thinking that too, that we could get that little pullback like that. So for Aster, taking profits at 211 is not a bad idea. Speaking of which, maybe I need to look at that too. Ichimoku Cloud looks excited though. I wonder how this is going to play out. What I like about it is that we got this going on, so I'm also entertaining this idea. She's got a nice parabola curving going on there. Either she breaks it here and we do that little retest thing, or she's already working on that nice parabolic move. Can you guys see that? See the rising wedge that we broke out of with some volume? She might be going on up. Ichimoku Cloud suggesting that. Let's go take a look at her, and we're above the 200 moving average, above the 9, so I can't say anything bad about it. I can't say that she's getting ready to drop because she's above my 9 moving average. It looks to me like you might still have a little bit more wiggle room to go up there. Where did you come down to? 786? Or did you go that low? Yeah, you did. Oh man, I don't know how that keeps happening. Okay, yeah, you nailed the 786, didn't you? Well, we do have a, what is this, Aster? We start getting up to high territories. Let me see if I can zone that in there. 257 could be on the radar for that little high area. I don't know how well we'll hold this parabola. They don't usually hold. We got 1 area, 2 area, and that's one of the reasons why Elliott wave theory might have us in a possible 5th wave top here. Might be a resistance, might not. This is when I come down the smaller time frames and say, hey man, you feeling frisky? You gonna we gonna go out tonight? We're gonna do something. Sneak out. You lost that. That might be it. So she's got a chance. She's got a pathway that she can make it up there. So, and she's clearing candles on this on the small time frame. But I think she feels frisky enough to try to do it. I think Acer's going to try to make it up there this weekend. So I'm looking for 220. I'll push up to 226. Sorry, Elliot. He'll change his mind. Don't worry. If it goes up there, that 5th wave will be up there. So he'll make it work. Don't worry. That's the thing about Elliott wave. All right. Let's take a look at Floki. And I might do it 1,000 Floki. Looky there. I saw you were up, and wow, you nailed the target. You nailed it. Can you get past it? You might be getting past it. That was kind of frisky right there. Ooh, duck lips and everything. Well, I got to do this quick before definitely an area for reaction here. Hope it's not a double top. I hope not. Everything looks good. I hope you get past that. Well, that's pretty gosh darn amazing, I've got to say. Congratulations, Floki, for meeting our target there. Now this is on the 6-minute time frame here, so let's zoom out and see what we're actually looking at. Oh, I guess you did. See, so a few hours ago, we were down here in Floki, and this, man, Floki sucks zone. I don't want to touch it. I wouldn't touch that with your penis. So connecting these dots. I think we looked at this just a couple of days ago, as a matter of fact, and she was right down here. For some reason I labeled here, so maybe she could have pulled back. So I would say we were probably about 9 cent here. I'd say we were probably here. No, was it last night? No, it wasn't last night. I don't know when it was. Anyway, sometime I think this week we did look at it, and there's your breakout idea. So right here about 8.2 cents at my minute. Where you up? 26%. Oh, awesome. Now, notice this, if you will. Let me get. Do we need you anymore? I mean, we probably will, but notice this trend line here. Okay, what happens when I extend it on out? Oh, look, it's like right there where we're bumping our head, like it's resistance. So this is an excellent place to get paid. Bearish cross coming in here might kind of affect things. Some of these moving averages have got to flip over, so it is highly likely that we might be pulling, I hate to say it, we might be coming back down here a little bit to this 8.79 cent area. So great place to get paid a little bit. And if we do break up, well, we can always re-enter and on a retest, because she likes to do her down things too when she goes up, right? So we could keep that idea, but this is a great place to get paid. So come down to the 1 hour. Are you still trying to go? You look like you are on the 6 minute. The 6 minute, I ain't gonna lie, she looked like she wanted to try to go up. So still great place to get paid. I'm just saying, get paid a little bit. If she were to, here's an idea. What I'm trying to say is, if it does break up, there will it needs to confirm it as support resistance. A good chance that it'll come back and go for a retest. You're basically taking profit, and if you want to add back in, well, if you do take profits and you do it on leverage, it might even give you a little bit more, might even have more capital to work with. That's one aspect of it. Another is, I mean, you can jump back in and continue the trend if it's doing that and carry it on to the next target. Set a nice tight stop loss underneath it. It does look like it. She looks like she's wanting to try it. She looks like she wants to try it. So, but wherever she does land her top, she will probably come back down, though. I'm just saying, the bigger time frames are kind of suggesting. Well, are they? Wait a minute. Yeah, the bigger time frames are kind of suggesting that. Or your 21 moving average is still at 8.5 cents there. So at some point, price and the 21 moving average, even here on the 4 hours, going to meet, even if they have to meet up here at 9.5 cents sometime. I mean, she can go up a little bit more. We've got resistance now, still get paid. And then we can look at this idea, and we're looking about what, 12 cents? Until we can get to the next real GC target at 14. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? We're at 10 cents right now and get to 14. That would be awesome. Oh, anyway, I think I mucked up I don't have all my pretty little lines over here. So this is, why don't you ever show what I need on here anymore? How come that's, so this is 1000 Floki, and I'm going to copy that little guy and put it over here on the vanity wall. What is this voodoo? Nailed it! I have to look at that. What we got over here? Oh, sweet! Congratulations! Oh, 1414382. Here, 1414 here. I didn't see who it was, but it shows me that you're learning. It shows me that you're applying something that we do here. And I don't see that often. I really don't. That is amazing. What do you think about it? What do you think about the fibs and the extensions and all that stuff? Look at that. That's beautiful. Who did this? This wasn't me. This was, I don't. Oh, that's Ave! Ave! Dude! Amazing. Oh man, come on. Amazing. We gotta get moon rockets and fireworks. That's cool. That was on the bottom here. And this is I'm guessing this is Bitcoin. Yeah, it's Bitcoin. I can see it behind there. So 109 was the bottom of 4 hour. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Love it, love it. Perfect. Awesome. See, it works, right? Right? Yeah, it's repeatable, right? And if it works and if it's repeatable, we can make some money with it, right? Yeah. Awesome. That made my day right there. That made Daddy happy. Yeah, boy. There you go, my man. There you go. Melly says, well done. Where's my badge? I don't know. What badge? Am I part of a... Did I interrupt a conversation? It's voodoo magic. The fibs can sometimes feel like that. They really can. Ha ha, I wouldn't touch that with such a classic naughty say. Dog, did you look at Grippy last week? I can't remember. I'm old. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember ever typing it in. Let me see. Grippy. You know, grumpy number. What? I'm wanting to say I probably didn't see that one. Oh no, we charted it. I guess we did. I don't remember it. Wow. Okay, so what do we get? Oh my gosh, you just... Okay, so this is where we were, and these were my targets, and this is how it treated them. This is my 272. That was a... Or if I do a proper extension talk would be 127, and that would be the 132.8%, whatever, blah, blah. There are targets, and she got reaction here, and then she flagged, she dropped down, retested this area, right? And then decided to go up and went and blasted up. And beautiful. Oh, I wish we'd been charting it from then and kept keeping up with it, but it did that and did more. So let's erase all this. And oh, well, that's the wrong one. Let's see what it's doing now. So this is on base. Is this the one I was... There were several that I was planning on getting into, and I left notes, and I forgot. There's been several little coins I was trying to put an entry in. So we're following this little guy here. These trend lines, breakout, retested this trend line and this one. Awesome. Nice rally shape, double bottom here, flag, and then boom. Well, I think Elliot's got something to say on this one. Working on that 5-way, baby. One more bump up. And can we? Should we? We can try it. There was your target from that one right there, and you still went up above it. You're testing it right now, though. The 1618. I don't know that this will hit. That's our 3618 from our first wave. I'm not an Elliott wave trader. I know enough just to be dangerous. And here was our 3618 from that pull. So we did it this way, and I was looking for a bigger variation. So this, I think this is the one I was actually looking for right here. Oh, I didn't own the extension tool. I think it's still got some confluence. I don't know if it's going to hit it on this go. That'd be a lot to ask. So big ass pattern forming right here, which can be fun. I would dare say that we've topped there, and we may be getting through a pullback. Looks like you got your 5-way. I think you got your 5 waves. Elliot was saying it can go up again, right? He's looking from this bigger. I'm looking at this guy right here, the little orange one. She's got its 5 in, so there should be a little correction down here somewhere, and then I guess we do Elliot's other big ass 1-2 wave. Sorry, that's probably confusing to a lot of people too. That's why we don't do a lot of Elliot over here. So did you work out on this one? You counted that as your 1 and 2. How did you do over here? Same damn thing. Okay, cool. Oh, you did perfectly, almost perfect. 3618 there. That should be okay. So we seem to be around the right track for this stuff, and so Just kind of pair it with my stuff. You already touched it. No, look at you. See if she can come back down to this area again. She might be coming back down to retest the 382. That should hold if we're bullish. With a slight possibility, just keep it on the radar of a 0.5. I don't expect it. I don't expect this one for grippy, but I would be looking strongly at this one. You can make an argument for both cases here. You can make an argument for both cases. Lots of good arguments. 2.0029 or 3 basically, 0.003435 ish area would be a good place to add back in or something like that, and then it can maybe go up here to, what would it do if we went back here and then we hit, that'd be 117% gains to make that move from there to there. Possible. Interesting. So she's still, in my personal opinion, I think she's still got some more to go up. She just might have to have a little correction here short term over the weekend. It's on the 1 hour chart, so cool. I don't remember looking at this one before, but I guess we'll look at it again next time. Here, we did look at MYX, right? Or did we talk about it? Or MYX. I can't remember if I looked at this one. This is mixed finance. See, we're on the 4 hour where we normally look at it. So moving averages looked all beautiful. They were fanning out like they're supposed to, and then we start losing them, start testing them, start seeing some crosses in the consolidation. She was in a nice little range, and it looked like a nice little place to try to range it out again. She came lower to do what? The little trend line that we drew out. That's the magic of trend lines. And I went from the wick to these guys, and probably looks better on another time frame. Was I just doing? It's not fitting exactly on my time frame. That should be the one I was looking at. Let's tighten it up. So I would be bodies to bodies is my usual game thing, and I like that. But I would also a lot of times be looking for this. I think we're still in range, but I'm just fiddling around with how I normally draw my trend lines. I think I went from angles. No, I got angles at the bottom. I don't know. I liked it the way I had it at first, because it seems to be where we're coming down to. Wick to wicks, I think, is what I was doing here. I think I was going, yeah, that had to be us. Going wick to wicks. Okay, if we still do the wick to wick ideas, we still got a little bit lower that we might be able to come down. But 360 moving average seems to be what we're testing. We're just kind of breaking through these moving averages. I hope we don't have to come down and talk to these guys. We can, but this is a good place, the 360, where we can find some support in situations like this. Come back up to the 200, maybe even the 100. The 200 is just right over here to retest this area here, right? So this one might be an interesting play. Let's see if we got any divergence. RSI on the 4 hour is buried in the red, which is a good sign. For the Degens, you know, the Degens start looking for entries around here. The bots in the conservative way is to wait till it turns around and then it gets back above the 30% line, and then that's your buy signal entry trigger. But if you're trying to catch it while it's hot, you're kind of looking for something now where it might come down lower. Got a red dot here that confirmed that was it's old. That was from 4 hours ago, but there still could be some more downside. I'd hate to think about it that we can get to $3 or something. That will take care of my position and make sure it's not there for me. So what's a zombie to do in a situation like that? By the way, look at these targets that we got up here. Nailed it! Just saying, whether you're going by trend lines or Fibonacci's. Of course, I got 117 and I was at 16, so there was another one over there that probably could have got a little bit more perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. It's cool when it is. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's a little fuzzy like that, but it's fuzzy enough to still work, right? Actually, it depends on where you're looking. If you're looking on out through here, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the first times that we come up in that area. And they did pretty good. 618 didn't quite get it. Oh, you did the 886. We didn't. Yeah. Watch this. Watch this. You're like, what the hell is this turkey talking about? Fibonacci. Oh, I just didn't draw the trend line yet. I see it now. Was I off on you? They're 886 right up here. So if you don't use 886 on your Fibonacci, you're missing some good alpha stuff. There's some harmonic patterns that use 886 a lot too. So it's a thing. I'm just saying, it's a thing. So the reason I'm getting into it is because I'm getting ready to erase all this. And now we're going to do a little fib magic here. I'm going to go from here first. I'm not going to take the wick into account just yet. Impulse move. Suggesting that, yeah, we are at that area. Let's go ahead and take the bottom in here and let's be correct. So if we do go down just a smidgen little that we thought that we might, and take the proper pull from wicks to wicks, and we'll throw our line in there and we'll see. Are you going to come on down or are you going to bounce before you get there? So which way is correct, Road Dog? From bottom to swing low to swing high. Your argument would, this would be the bottom of this move. Technically, I guess you can make an argument that the start of your impulse move starts at where you start here, and I guess that's where you kind of fight with yourself on these fibs and things, right? But if you're looking on different time frames, at some point that wick is going to be a bottom of a candle. So I look at it from that. So I think I get more accurate readings from there, but sometimes I might want to just test them and see how they show up. Right now, neither one of them are nailing anything, right? So most likely what I'm looking at 576 might be where we drop down to. Looks like she has a little bit more momentum to go here on the smaller time frames. We come down to the 15. Ichimoku Cloud says, yep, I want to take you down a little further, darling. So 575 might be it. Maybe she goes a little lower to her little trend line here for MYX. That kind of sucks, but not if you bounce. These are pivot areas though. This is where we should be trying to form a bottom, and that's what we want to do, is look at these areas, see if we can form a bottom pattern of consolidation through here. And if so, we might want to entertain the thought of entering a trade here. We can find a nice trigger for a trade setup. We can come with a trade setup. Is she making a big ass falling wedgie? Maybe. That would be awesome. I'll leave the top trend line. That's really the one I'm working about. So that's MYX. That one might be one to keep your eye on over the weekend. If she wants to go back to $17, well, hell, if you get in at $7, that's not bad a place to get a ticket, is it? Gator Squad says, I'm calling gold 5 grand first quarter 2026. I wonder if it will. It might. Let's see. We can look at, let's see, PAX G is a good one. Or XAUT. That's another one that I trade for crypto that represents gold. I may just do that. XAUT. No, Coinbase has got that one. XAUT. Oh, Bybit. Okay, we'll look at you. 38.89. Watch it keep going. So this one I've been having to finagle because my position, I started running out of gold. I sold it and it kept on going. So this is what I like about spot margin. And then let me come back down, and I just do this. I do the hourglass technique, right? Selling there, and then when she comes down and she buys, and I'm just taking this range. This is a portable thing, man. This thing, you can move this strategy with you as you go up on a nice trend. That's how I'm doing with gold. I'm just moving this on up, and every time that she goes up and she keeps going higher and hitting my sell levels, and then she'll come back down and she'll hit my I take that money and I roll it over here to the buy area. She'll come down and get it, and as long as we keep doing this uptrend, we keep doing that. And so that's my XAUT, or my gold play that I'm doing. And it started out small. It's still small. Honestly, I started out with just $50 on this, and I think I'm up to like 150 on it now, in gold. And just doing this just keeps me occupied. I was putting all my money into it when it was about 28, around 3,000, hanging around through there. And I was planning, my plan was I'll take all my profits and just put them into gold and Bitcoin. And then I got away from it when it's trying to figure out if it was going to hold 3,000 or not. Never got back into it, which I did. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. And here we go to the upside, baby, on the 50-minute time frame. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin here at 122,297. It's just hanging sideways, being a little boring brat. Whether you're trying to long it or short it, it's just being hell. Because it's scary as hell it's scary as hell to do either one of them right now, to be honest with you. Because no matter where you enter, it seems like she's going to try to go against you. So I'm entertaining a short idea since we've been making lower lows, and we'll see what happens. We start knocking out any of these little lower highs, like what was that, 122.7. Then I may have to reevaluate things. Things look bullish on the bigger time frames, but they look a little bearish on the smaller ones, right? And just the level. Now we're back above the 886, so we're still in the I don't know. If we were in a neutral or even a bearish sentiment market getting rejected from there, we would see more of a quicker drop. But we're trying to hang out, and that's what makes it hard. Hard to short here if there is a short to be taken. And because is it going to finally lose this and drop down to these areas that we need to retrace to for a healthy retracement? Or are we just hanging sideways until, say, come Sunday night, Monday, or whatever, and we get some kind of big push to the upside to a new all-time high, since we're so close? That's a close call, man. I can't make it. I can't make it. And I'm in a conundrum myself right now, because I've pretty much emptied my Bitcoin bags. I'm having to rebuild my Bitcoin bags. Do I need to build them now from these high prices as we go up? Not without confirmations. Hell no. Hell no. I'm going to buy the top, build a bag at the top. So we either got to see my strategy be coming in, the fib strategies, where we get a pullback, and it still could happen. Still could be happening. Or working to higher highs. In the meantime, while we try to figure out Bitcoin, as long as it keeps doing this, altcoins have got a chance to shine this weekend. So let me take one quick look over here at, let's look at others real quick. On the 4 hour. It's kind of like total 3, but a little bit more tuned into altcoins. We're at resistance there. Trendline. Okay, we don't need you anymore. We kind of, well, actually, now you're back in the play here. So the beauties of trend lines, if you keep up with those, you can see where some resistance areas come in. What we fell into, right? Nice little channel idea that we may be breaking out from. Let's get rid of some of this other stuff. So that trend line is giving us some resistance. Let's fib her out and see what we got. It looks like you 786 us, did you? Yeah, you did. Perfectly to the 786, retesting this area over here. So is she going to lose it? Are we going to get a correction? Can you say that we got 5 waves there? What do you say, Elliot? I'm going to let you count. Oh, snap. You're doing something on the bigger scene. What are you doing? Elliot says we're on an ABC correction. Did I miss something? Maybe so. We got to zoom out on this one. You doing a correction, others? This is others. What the hell are you talking about, Elliot? How are you even counting? Oh, where's your 1? I see a 2. Is this a 1, 2? No, that doesn't work, Elliot. What the hell are you doing? Go into the daily and see what you can do. Oh, no. You're not making sense to me, Elliot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, I see. Okay, you're starting from here. I see what you're doing now. He does it different every freaking time, I swear. All right, if you want to try to do that. Elliot seems to think that we've hit our 5th wave and it's doing an ABC correction. I hope that's not true. That would suck. So we got we did get a 786 there. So I guess the question is, sir, do we need to make sure we're taking profits this weekend on altcoins as we get them? I still see higher lows though. We're not in trouble yet. But we need a good trend line to keep us on track here. So I'm going to put him out there. Get rid of that guy. This has got some traction, but we go bodies to bodies. We're making a rising wedge, so Elliot's little... We were making a rising wedge formation here, pattern-wise, so Elliot's little idea that we could be falling out of it, that's valid. I don't know if it's going to happen the way he sees it, but... That, do we just take you off there, man? So, let me do a little analysis here. That's your 618. Was that our 618 rejections? What we need to be asking ourselves, or maybe we get a chance to come back up here and retest it, and that might be a double top scenario. It's kind of how I'm looking at it. It's different from what Elliot sees, but Elliot sees us making a higher low or a lower low here and rolling over. I think we can still get a push up. We got some moving averages crossing, and we're above the green cloud, so I like that. See if we can push up a little bit more for altcoins, but yeah, we're hoping for a bigger move, right, out of most of them, but I'm not sure that we're seeing that yet. Some other ideas that you can look at for this chart is that we got a double bottom here, W pattern, and we've just been retesting it like that was our nice little retest, and we should be coming up. That makes sense to me. That looks good. That's bullish. Higher highs and higher lows. I can't be bearish just yet. Sorry, Elliot. Got to argue with you on that one. If it happens, it happens, and you're the man. But I still see that we can try to work back up here. Keeping in mind the rising wedge that's starting to squeeze out. That's bearish in nature, but doesn't mean it has to be today. So let's hope that we get a little boost out of these altcoins while Bitcoin dominance and all this other stuff. We didn't take as big of a look at all that stuff earlier tonight, did we? She's been on a rise, and to me, she seems to be making higher highs and higher lows, like she's trying to turn around and start coming back up. Now, if that happens, altcoins are not going to like it, and we're going into Uptober, Pumptober, and all that. And like, how's this going to work with altcoins? Well, now we can kind of see that makes them a little harder for them to pump up there, right? So still keeping our eye on this. When Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins are usually kind of happy, and when she's going up, they're not. So I got that to contend with. Bitcoin, you're trying to make a comeback, and now you piss me off sometimes, Bitcoin. I gotta say, you just do. You just piss me off sometimes. Let's see, our overall 0.5 is there. And if we see ourselves going above 122.7, that would be taking out this little high here and be getting past the 0.5 of this whole move here. That would be a bullish sign. So I want to put this logo over here. I use the same color. That's kind of weird. How can we differentiate you? Make you big and fat too. All right, so this is, to me, this is important right here at 122. So that's kind of a make or break point on the fibs that we can apply here. Is she going to come up here and roll over, or she could roll over anywhere before there? There's plenty of opportunity. I've got her coming back up against this Fibonacci area, trying to give it another run for the money. She's been losing it. She hasn't been able to hold it, making lower highs above it. Will we get rejected at it, or will we come up here and play with this 0.5 even? Just waiting to see what's happening in there. One thing that you can do in the smaller time frame, you can definitely throw a trend line there, and that's bullish AF right now. She's on a run. Kind of makes me wish I'd entered a log there when it broke out. Oh well. Tis how the cookie crumbles. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. 27 people here. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back again tomorrow night looking at the market. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything tomorrow during the day. If something pops off, maybe I can. Got some stuff going on around here, but we'll be back again tomorrow night about 10:30 p.m. looking at the markets, and I don't know, man. I'm hoping. Well, it's tricky. We always want things to be bullish, but figuring out what to do. I got to figure out how I'm going to play my own bags here on this one too. I'm kind of in a situation where I'm like, I gotta wait for confirmations. And that part sucks, so I guess I'll be perp trading here a little bit. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out. See you tomorrow night. Where is the entering, John? Aren't we there yet? I'm just asking for a friend.
She's trading all night, stacking her claim. Ooh yeah. Market so tight, she's playing the game. Hey.
Although I don't think I've ever seen the live world debt clock. Oh man. I've seen the one for the US. That was fast enough. Thank you, guys. Oh, I missed this one. Can we look at order? I almost missed that one. Sorry about that. See, wait, I don't know if you're still here. Hopefully you are. Where did we look at it? On Binance? No. Or was it? Looks like it was here. Okay. On the 4. Oh, nice. I believe that. Did that qualify as a? No, not really. Might still get the effect of it. Nice scallop bottom there, man. Still looking at that target right over here, 65 cents. I want to zoom out on this one and where's it at? She got pulled back from here. We should have done this the last time. So I'm gonna put this right here so I won't think, oh look, we nailed it. If I ever come back to this chart, I don't know if I put it right where we had our candle there, maybe before it. So this is a good play for it to get a pullback. Yeah, ABC correction going on. All right, so that's wrong. Hopefully they took some profit there, 45 cents, and even now, and we might even pump back up a little bit short term. Let's see what we got. It does look short term like she wants to come back up there, so that would be a good place to take some profit. She should be doing an ABC correction, so may not make it all the way back up to that target. May just make it up to 41 or 40 cent area. Turn the music down just a little bit. So I've been looking for this little area about 40 to 42 cents that we might be coming up to, and then it might be getting some rejection there. It might be. Yeah, I'd say that would be a good one because you broke this trend line, then she can ride underneath it. And I'm looking at one or two scenarios for this one. Either we come up here and roll over, and then we come down for the rest of our correction there. And I would probably look for this. Don't know if that's going to be the one to hold. Hopefully we won't come down lower. Let's see what we do over here will help us figure that out. Wherever we catch our next lower high. So I am looking for a lower high on this guy. And I don't know if it's going to be there or will it come back up here and then do it. So for orderly, I mean, it's good. It's been doing really good for you. Hopefully you took some profits and you might get a chance to scale out a little bit before she wants to come down a little bit. But it does look to me like she hits some target areas, but then after we get her pullback and then we start working for 65 cents. That's what I see. Anyway. Hopefully that made sense. All right.
the trays, got my vision crystal clear. Disco's noise can't shake me, I ain't got no fear. Every dip's a chance, I'm scooping coins when they low. Flip them high, cash out clean, watch my portfolio grow. No more FOMO, I'm the one who's setting all the trends. Crypto life, living large, rolling with my friends. Wanna win and join the squad, we trade into the moon. Trade with me, we'll hit the top, we'll be there real soon. If you wanna go and trade with me,
Silver to 150, that'd be crazy.
roll through dips, keep it fly with me. Hey, hey, must be the crypto. If you wanna see the charts go green, dodge a crash, keep it clean with me.
I would tokenize my pinky ring and one day say I modded a zombie and turkey string. There you go. Oh, I've got some Christmas music ready. Probably just for the intro screens though. Chris says, I got a question about Tangem Wallet. Tomorrow night for you. Okay. See if I can answer it for you. I like it. I was skeptical at hell. I always am with the new wallet technology, right? But I was really skeptical. Oh, you can't see. I don't have the camera on. But I was really skeptical at first. But no, I haven't had an issue or problem at all. I've had really easy to use. I've had one card that messed up on me, but only one. I tried to get with Tangem about the warranty, and I kept getting circles, so I bitched about that here on the stream. Never got anywhere with it, but you can always get just a blank wallet as an extra one to make it work. So far, so good on them, and they keep adding more features and stuff to their wallet app. So I think you'll have swaps there, or you did have swaps. So. Gator Sweat says, "I won my Tangem wallet. I gave away 3 here a couple of years ago. Yeah, they're pretty cool." There was one song that I might try to bring back if I can find it. One of my favorites. The rap hip hop song used was awesome. I got some this time too. I can't remember it from last time. The ones last year from Epidemic Sounds. This year they'll be from me. And crypto themed Christmas.
Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Yeah, the code word dog, DEWG, save you 10%. If you're trying to go with that.
Oh, I believe in yesterday.
They got that cool Tangem ring over there too. So yeah, DAWG will give you 10% off. I don't think they got any. They got a lot more to choose from over here now. As far as I can tell, they're all the same price too.
I'm on this neon ride, sats in my veins. FOMO's electric spark. Ooh, yeah.
Altcoins are coming down, coming down, coming down.
Crypto's my goal.
Looks like it will be kind of like last Saturday, kind of looks like. Bitcoin dominance is starting to go up, altcoins are coming down.
Gas fees flicker.
Stablecoin dominance is going up a little bit, so gotta go see if I can scalp any last minute profits here. Thank you for hanging out, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Good night, John Boy.
Neon bull run lighting up the sky. Rising through the dark, I'm flying high. Yeah, yeah. Crypto's glow won't fade my soul. Bull run shines, I found my goal. Neon bull run, run, run.
Oh look at Bitcoin. Nailed it.
Broke their chains, flipped the spark to gold. Washed away the stains.
Sucker. Why am I not along from here? Oh wait a minute, I'm on the 4 hour. Oh my bad. I thought I was doing something there. I didn't do nothing.
I'm craving more, yeah.
Let me get to my chart that I use. Oh, we're still good.
Turn to light.